My name is Nick Benny. I'm a therapist here at the Entry Center. What you're about to see is a part of a series of videos that I'm doing where I interview different staff here in order to learn and show what it is that we do at the Entry Center. We have a lot of wonderful, dedicated people working here, and I'm excited for you to be introduced to some of them. These videos can be used by clients, by staff, by community members, really anyone that is interested in learning more about the different ways that we try to serve our community. I hope you enjoy this video, and please see the other videos in this series to learn more. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Maria Cirillo, and I am an HCS Service Coordinator.
Okay. Thank you for joining me, Maria. I'm here to try to understand a bit more about what that means to be an HCS Service Coordinator. So please fill me in.
So an HCS Service Coordinator, we work with IDD patients, which is the intellectually disabled or developmental. So we do a lot of going out into the community and finding resources for our clients in order for them to be able to live as normal of a life as possible that will satisfy all their wants and their needs.
Okay. So the question that is coming immediately to my mind is how much crossover or overlapping is there between a service coordinator and a case manager?
So the case manager will mostly handle the services that they have under the HCS program. The service coordinator will overlook those services, but also connect the clients to the community so that they can get to know what is in their community, what they can do out there, what's available. So we do more of the connection part, and we kind of bring them out of their comfort zone so that they can experience new things and find out what else there is out there for them. So we kind of do a little bit of both, where we overlook the services and then we find other services for them that they can participate in.
Okay. And you sort of make that transition easier, it sounds like. If you're introducing a new service out in the community, you will be there with the client to assist in that process.
Yes. Now, we may not always be there in person, but we give them all the information about it, where it is in the community, what they can expect when they go out there. So we're not only connecting them, but we're reaching out to the community ourselves and speaking with all of these businesses and the event planners and everything, and getting an idea of what's going on so that we can relay that information.
Okay. And you said your target population is primarily the IDD population, which is intellectual or developmental disabilities.
Yes.
Okay. Are there any common diagnoses or disabilities that you work with?
So for the HCS program, in order to be considered for the program, they do have to have an IQ of 75 or below. And that comes with a lot of other mental conditions such as autism, bipolar, schizophrenia. All of that usually comes with IDD. So we deal with that a lot on a daily basis.
Okay. So it sounds like you see a pretty broad spectrum of diagnostic things, but at baseline, there is a minimum, or I guess in this case, a maximum requirement for IQ.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, Maria, if you could give us an idea of what a normal day in the life looks like for someone in your position.
So it requires a lot of communication. We see our clients in person. We want to make sure that they are physically well and get to talk to them face to face. It builds a better connection between our clients. So a lot of it is making calls, scheduling those meetings, and then putting in all the work on the computer at the end of the day. Also reaching out to anyone who could help with us, like our supervisors, our coworkers. We stay in constant communication. We keep each other informed about everything that's going on that could benefit some of our clients. Lots of phone calls here and there, receiving lots of calls, planning meetings and everything. So that's pretty much what a day is like.
Okay, a lot of hustle and bustle.
Yes.
It sounds like you said, communication is key, not only with clients and client families or caregivers, but also with your own staff, your own team, as well as folks in the community.
Yes.
Okay. You mentioned that primarily you see clients at home. Do you also do work at group homes or anything along those lines?
So we do have the option to visit them at group homes. A lot of the group homes in the area like to send their clients to day hab centers during the day. And I find it easier to go visit them at the day hab centers. Some clients may not be comfortable with me coming over to their home, so we'll visit at the office or we'll even meet at a fast food restaurant or a park. So it's all about making them comfortable and what works best for them.
And sort of hand in hand with that, that requires you to be pretty flexible.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so that is a big piece of this position, is being flexible, being able to meet here, there, anywhere that a client needs, or again, meeting with a community member.
Yes, and also the time, because there are some that aren't able to meet during the day and will end up meeting 6 o'clock at night. And as long as everybody feels safe and is in agreement, then it works.
Okay, so sometimes you even find yourself working outside of the traditional 9 to 5.
Yes.
Okay. And Maria, I'm curious, how many clients do you currently serve on your particular caseload?
Right now, I have about 48.
Okay. Does that feel manageable?
Yes, it does.
And I'm sure, as you mentioned, communication with teamwork helps with that.
Yes, yeah. So if any of us are ever struggling and we feel like we're not going to be able to see everybody, that's when we reach out to others. Our supervisor, she's amazing at helping us and helping us get on track and figuring out the best way to handle things. So for the most part, it is a manageable caseload. There was a time where we were taking on temporary caseloads because of the pandemic and everything that was going on. And that's understandable, but right now I would say it's going pretty good.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Maria, does your position require a certain level of education?
Yes, so for this position, they do require a bachelor's degree in any of the human science fields. Mine is in psychology.
Okay. What do you like the most about this position? What's the best part of it to you?
The best part would be, I would say, the community that I get to work with. Um, because from everyday life before I got into this career, I never knew about all the services that existed out here and the help. And so being able to get involved with my clients and getting to find new things for them, not only for them, but it also for me personally, like, oh, there's maybe something that I want to do. I'll check it out with them. So that would be it, like being able to be more involved in the community
Mm.
itself.
And I imagine it's an enjoyable experience to see how caring the community can be and how many resources there are that do genuinely want to help your population.
Yes, it's really amazing, because people don't know unless you go looking, and when you go looking, you find there's actually something for everybody out here.
Okay. So on the flip side of this, um, what is something that you've experienced or some piece of your job that no one told you about?
I would say when you can't find a service for a client, how frustrating it can be, for me personally, but also for the client themselves who is in need of the service. Um, because we are kind of in a rural area and
Mhm.
we don't have access to a lot of resources, that specialized resources that a lot of them need. So that's the tough part, is trying to work around that and finding something else that could maybe provide the same benefit. That's the hard part, is finding those resources that you really, really need in such an area.
Sure. So on the one hand, it does seem like if you go looking, you can find something for a lot of people. And at the same time, it's really difficult whenever you're not able to do that.
Yes.
And then that requires problem solving and quick thinking on your part to figure out how to meet the need of a client.
Yes.
Okay. The last question that I think I have, if someone were watching this video that were considering stepping into the role of an IDD service coordinator, what is one tip or a piece of advice that you might give them?
My one tip would be to master communication skills. Once you have communication down, then there's no limit. You can find what you want, or at least try to get a hold of somebody who can help. But communication is very important, not just face to face, but over the phone and video. Um, because if you're not relaying your message in a way that they can understand, it's not going to help anyone. So being able to communicate that, and also learn the different communication styles of people, because everybody communicates differently. So knowing all of that, I think, is my biggest tip.
Absolutely. Being able to communicate clearly and concisely so that there's no interruptions in how we try to help our people.
Yes.
Maria, do you feel like we've missed anything? Anything that we've left out that we really need to address?
The only other thing about this career is that you will learn to advocate for your clients. Because you don't just come in and just take a job. You're involved in people's everyday life, and you're there to help them meet those wants and their needs. And that requires you being able to speak up for them, because a lot of our clients can't, or they don't know how to, they're not capable of it. So you learn to advocate for them. And to do that, you do get to know the clients very personally. You get very involved in their life. So yeah, be prepared to become an advocate.
Yeah. This is very much more than just a 9 to 5.
Yes.
Like you said, you get very closely involved with the people you serve, visiting them in all manner of circumstances, trying to help them almost on a daily basis in some cases.
Yeah,
So
you become part of their group, their community, someone who they can reach out to whenever they need something.
I imagine that's a really empowering thing.
Yeah.
Well, Maria, thank you so much for joining me again, and again, being able to very clearly communicate what this career looks like for people who might be interested. So you have a great day, and thank you again.
Thank you.